Yo, internet, what is happening? Welcome back. It's probably been a short time since we've seen and talked to each other last, but now we're getting to part two of parts that are getting released under Make It Modular's name, so let's get caught up. No, we're not doing any Fox things. We already covered that. Let's get out of there. What I want to talk about is something on the drift side that Make It Modular's been a little bit quiet lately because we've been so busy with the new kid and now working completely just for Make It Modular. Quit my day job. I'm not sure if that was known on YouTube or not, but it is what it is. So we're just doing things Make It Modular all day, every day. And the previous video, we covered the Coyote swap harness. What I'm really excited about, and I finally got the goodies in the other day, is this little guy below me. Look at that. That is the updated Billet S197 angle kit for your 05 to 14 Mustang. So let's get a little deeper. So at first glance, you'll see that we still have the proprietary knuckle adapter kit. You know, the first of its kind anyway. There's been some copycats, but no need to go there now. But look at this. Now we have a completely aluminum billet lower control arm and updated mounts. So the control arm is kind of modeled after a stock one, so it's very robust, and it's about 3 inches longer than the factory one. Made from aerospace 6061 aluminum. Not only is it just as strong as the tubular steel ones, but it's a little lighter actually, even with the extra beef. That being said, you might be asking, why did you go to an aluminum fancy bling bling lower control arm? Well, everybody's got tubular control arms. Everyone's got laser cutted plasma boring steel, and I'm not a fabricator per se. I know my way around a welder and some steel, but by the time I would fabricate the arms, I was getting the rear mounts, which those new ones I think you saw. We'll get into that a little bit. By the time I make the arms and the jig and stuff, like I was taking a bath on these angle kits, and I needed to come up with a solution. Having machinist background, I was like, I want to make this out of billet, and then I can just, you know, send it off to you guys. You can enjoy this little piece. Even if you're not a drifter, this thing would be pretty badass to have under your wide body car, which I don't think we've covered on YouTube yet. We'll get to that later. And, you know, have a nice cool suspension part and a functional drift part as well. So you might have noticed this updated rear mount. So, fun fact, I was reading some old Ford articles when the S197 came out, and Ford actually etched a spot in the subframe to kind of guide a person to elongate the holes on the subframe to allow for caster adjustment. So I took that idea and kind of ran with it because I feel like besides the top hats, there's not much caster adjustment in the S197 unless you do something, you know, move your heim joint spacers forward and back, and it's a big hassle. So I designed these slots. They're actually arced to match the center point of our front control arm mount, so it'll actually, you know, swivel this way, and then that'll in turn change your caster and move your wheel back and forth, so you can have a few degrees of caster adjustment in there. So also one of the coolest parts is, you know, Make It Modular sells rack spacers for the S197. The S197 racks didn't leave as much on the table as far as travel goes when you remove the rack limiters as, like, say, the S550 racks. Now, what's exciting is that we've designed this kit so that you can use those rack spacers for even more angles. So not only do we got an updated billet arm, we have more angle to supply to your S197 car. So we're talking a little over 65 degrees for the lead wheel, and the following wheel will have just under 3 degrees Ackerman. So, but that's at full lock. So let's talk about Ackerman a little bit. All right, so we're talking about Ackerman. Now, if you don't know what Ackerman is, it's when a car is turning, the direction that the wheel is turning, the inside wheel needs to be at a greater angle than the following wheel. So let's say we're taking a right-hand turn, 45 degrees standard right hand turn on the street, let's say, but this one needs to be it can't be quite 45. It's got to be like, let's call it in the 40 range. This is just for demonstration purpose, so that that car can turn, it won't push. Now with the angle kit, we reduce that built into the knuckle adapter. So let's say we're at 65 degrees. This one's sitting at 62-ish degrees, so that when you're sliding, the wheels aren't scrubbing as much. Because if you got like stock Ackerman and these wheels are, 5 degrees, 10 degrees difference, they're gonna be eating the tires and you're actually gonna be slower. So I don't like to put a lot of adjustability in these kits because most of these guys running, I built it around people that might not know suspension as well as myself or others. So yeah, there is a few options for S197 angle kits, but mine, I'm not gonna say it's better. It's nowhere near better than, like, let's say if you have to got a ton of adjustability, more adjustability than mine, but mine's just geared towards the casual grassroots drifter, maybe getting the program. I mean, if I ever get back into program, I'll throw my own kit on there, of course, why wouldn't we? So this allows you to just kind of throw your angle, or throw the angle kit on. I usually set them up so that you don't have to adjust with the Heims. It'll just bolt on, kind of like what WiseFab does, but then allows you to just adjust for your caster and camber, set your toe, and Bob's your uncle, you're ready to party. So if you're looking to upgrade your current angle kit or thinking about jumping ship from rack spacers, or just, take a dive in the deep end and go all out with your S197 that you just got, check these babies out. We'll have the link in the description of the angle kit. You can get it at make-it-modular.com. One thing I like to touch on, a lot of people ask, is, if I have rack spacers already, blah, 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 you can just add to this kit. You don't even have to do anything with those, but a lot of people may already have cut knuckles. So unfortunately, this knuckle adapter here is designed to use a stock knuckle. So this pickup point here, you're changing that on a stock knuckle if you cut and weld your knuckle. So unfortunately, you have to source a set of stock knuckles if you already got cut knuckles, let's say from, what is that website? It's like driftknuckles.com, I believe. And so yeah, that's one little caveat from this kit. I do that so that you can make that jump. You don't have to send in your knuckles for cores for guys that, offer that as a service. So that's one thing to think about when considering this kit, is that you do need stock knuckles, and it'll work on the 05 to 14 knuckles. I do already have a couple pairs of arms and kits ready to go, but I do want to test it on my own car fully because the geometry is there. It's the same as usual as the other tubular arm kit, but I just want to make sure it's all copacetic. I just want to throw things in CAD and sell them. So, but they will be available next month. That's August 2023. I don't know when you're watching this, but we will have kits. But if you want to jump on the introductory price now, get over to our website, order these bad boys, and we'll get you going so you can party with your fellow drifters. I don't know if you guys have been following along on the internet as well, but we're also collaborating with 2F Performance here. They're local to Mesa, Arizona, and we've kind of designed our wide body 05 to 09 Mustang kit around the Make It Modular angle kit. So if you haven't checked that out, I'll leave a link in the description to get over to 2F's site, pre-order that, because that is a smoking deal. You can get complete fenders. Now, we're not talking Fox things, but I just want to make this an example. That's a complete fender. It's not an over fender, it's not a fender flare, but the 05 to 09 2F wide body for the S197 obviously is a full fender. Now the rear is a fender over. Fox is still factory, so we won't look at that. But that, we're basically, like, if this was an S197, the over fender would cover from the back of the door to the taillight. And I know S197s weren't hashed, but they'll go to, like, let's say that second body line where it goes into the C-pillar and the window and stuff. But you can see a better example on their site. You can get a pre-order on there. The car's in bold, so the pre-order might be closed already, but get over to their website and get onto that. That's a really cool project we've been working on. So that's where my 07 GT's been for almost the past year. Has been at their shop getting prepared to make molds out of it. And it's unfortunate that it's been there that long. That's okay. We're on track, so it's gonna look stellar. I'll include a little snapshot here while we're talking. So get on over to 2F and get yourself some wide body 05 to 09 Mustang fenders. It's gonna look sick with whatever wheel choice. You can see our Kai Racing wheels on there. It's not even a render anymore. And with the angle kit, it's like a perfect match. It's like, because it's just like, it's not quite, it's a little unassuming, but the more you look at it, like, oh, it just flows really well because the arc the start of the arc is where the OEM ones, it just extended, and it's not like over the top. It's about a little over 2 inches wider than factory. But the you might be thinking, hey, the control arms are 3 inches wider. Yeah, well, when you lengthen the arm out, the wheel's still gonna be tilted in, so it works really well. And once we actually have that kit, some parts made out of the car with the molds, we'll go more over that. So you better go check it out because it's gonna look, oh, I can't wait to get that car painted and stuff and show you guys. So yeah, definitely get over there. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing, hit that thumbs up, and see you next time.